Once again, welcome back to Duckpin Magic. I'm Mike Sella. We're in Johnston, Rhode Island, where we're continuing with the men's Duckpin Pro Tour in the 1991 Mendes Town Hall Classic. We've got 4 more bowlers to show you, 3 more matches today as we continue to climb up the ladder to crown a 1991 champion and hand out over $12,000 in prize money. Our 2 bowlers are ready. I hope you're ready. We'll see you right after this.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with duckpin bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover duckpin bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
To a lot of kids, life is a tough climb. They need help and care every day. And every day, the YWCA is doing everything we can to win the battle for childcare. We're the YW.
They are our national treasures, timeless, priceless, riches that belong to us all. But we have another national treasure that we must not forget. It is our water, the lifeblood of our nation. It is the water we drink, the water for our farms and ranches, the water for our industries, now and for the future. Find out what you can do about conserving our water and improving its quality. We owe it to our children. Call 1-800-THE-SOIL.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with duckpin bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover duckpin bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
West fires come from?
Back here in Johnston, Rhode Island, our first match will feature Mike Steinert taking on Bob Prando. Mike Steinert, the 12th seed, Bob Prando, the 10th seed. And we will be joined by one of our pro bowlers for commentary with us today, and Rich Hicks. Rich, thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Glad to be along.
Mike Steinert, of course, red hot of late, won the 1991 Longmeadow Bowl, Hagerstown, Maryland Pro Tour stop. Set a Baltimore City record of 632 for a 3-game series, not by missing singles, though.
No, not by missing them. He said he missed a couple in that series, though, but Mike throws an awesome ball. He's on target most of the time, too.
Yeah, for a guy that throws as strong as he does, he seems to be very accurate.
Very accurate, yes. And he can turn a game around in one box.
And in steps Bob Prando. Bob, of course, somebody that you're pretty familiar with.
Yeah, Bob's a local guy out of Cranston. He's been bowling real well, too. He qualified last tour, and he had a good score this tour. All right, looking at the 2-7 here.
Yep, and 1196 for 8-game qualifying. Just to give you a reference point, 1,200 for 8 games, of course, is a 150 average. So he was within half a point of averaging 150. Just missed.
Yeah. Bob's worked a lot with Frank Ferry Sr. He's the proprietor here, and he's also a very fine bowler.
Yep, member of the Pro Tour. In fact, won a Pro Tour here several years ago.
Frank works a lot with his local bowlers. He really plugs with them and gives them hints and tips and stuff.
Bob, during the course of his head-to-head qualifying, finished third in his division with a 3-2 record, 742 pinfall. So once again, just slightly off that 150 average. There it goes.
Gets one lucky one there.
Of course, being from Cranston, he's going to be the crowd favorite.
Yeah, I think so. Gets nice extension on that ball. Couple of pins, and there it goes.
Yep, 4-7 hung tough, and then finally dropped.
Right back, Mike Steinert with a nice ball.
It's something, if you watch Mike bowl a lot, you see a lot of 9 drops like that.
Yeah.
Boy,
Hey,
he's
that
right on
5
target.
pin right
Yep.
there.
Duckpin Magic now moves to further action in this same match. A couple of weeks ago in the Senior Pro-Am, we saw Peter Mazzi throw one down and look like a strike. The 4-pin slid all the way over to where the 5 stands up, and it was actually a perfect position because the rack came down, picked it up, put it back down. He eventually picked it up for a spare. But
You can look at that as a depressing sign too, when you know you got the ball there and could be a strike, mean a game, and it slides over and stays up.
Mike counts again on the strike.
Good 9, Phil. Gives him a 13-pin lead right now.
Yep. And he's got a 10 box to add on top of that. So Bob Prando will step in, bowling frames 5 and 6. Get started on lane number 8 here at the Town Hall Lanes in Johnston, Rhode Island. Mike Seller with Rich Hicks. Hope you're enjoying Duckpin Magic wherever you might be watching us. Some of the big crowd that's on hand to
Yeah, we have
watch
a
the
nice
action.
crowd today. Yeah, nice ball
Nice
by Bob.
line
Just
there.
couldn't kick the 5-pin out.
Yep. Bob also had one of our 200 games, 207 in the tournament. Had 8 altogether thus far. Certainly love to put a 200 game on TV. Yeah, no question.
Almost assure you of a win and a $100 check
Yeah.
from the sponsor, Mendes Corporation, for the high single of the week.
Bob's been alternating towels here after it goes from one lane to the next.
I think under these lights, one will get pretty damp in a hurry.
Heck, I think Mike Steinert just went scurrying for something, another towel or whatever.
It tends to get a little warm under those lights out there. Nice ball. Oh, unfortunate break there.
Other than ripping the middle,
Yeah.
that kind of a break is the one that leaves you with the wind leaving the sails quickly.
That's right. You can put a damper on things in a hurry there. As Mike not paying attention, he didn't want to see that ball.
Nice try.
Yes. That's not an easy shot. A lot of guys will tell you different ways to shoot that one. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, whether you try to tip the 9 over or try to hope on a bomb back. Bob took care of that pin.
Well, got a mark in one of his 2 frames, got 10 box in the other, and here's Mike Steinert.
Mike's got a 5-pin lead heading into the 6th box right now.
Well, he struck on this lane back in the 4th frame.
He's got a tough spare to convert here, 2-7-8. Didn't take any time shooting this spare. And almost
Whoa.
made it. Well, gave it a good shot. With the determination in his face. So I wouldn't want to be standing down there having him throw the ball.
I think you can see that confidence. You know, it's that factor in which sort of believes in himself a little bit. He's won a Pro Tour, and although everybody said he always had the tools to win.
Yes. He has the ability. There it is right there with a nice strike.
Got to overcome the thing that sits on the shoulders.
That's a lot of problem for a lot of bowlers. They have the ability to do it. They just have
See
to
that
get
form?
it done.
Look at that
Extension.
Yeah, the extension, the reach, and the result. That backswing goes way back.
Way back. I don't think I could lift my arm that high with a ball.
My shoulder hurts when I look at it. Never mind, try it.
Okay, Bob's going to try to answer that with a mark of his own here.
Yeah, if he wants to keep things tight, he's got to get a mark.
Yeah, he's got to get one here. Squeeze that one a little bit.
Yeah. Knew he needed something to happen there and pulled it a little bit.
Oh, nice try there. Well, he's going to try to mop up one of these anyway.
Get the goalpost action down there.
Well, 8 box.
Try to slide it. 91 for Bob Prando after 7. 98 plus for Mike Steinert as he's working on the strike in the 7th.
Bobby's married. He's got a 8-month-old son, I believe. He's in the crowd here someplace with his wife, Sandra. Been married 2.5 years.
Got some of those good numbers going for him there.
Yeah, he has a 213 high single and 535 high 3. Is he going to catch one more or not? Oh, he's got the 3-6 looking at it for a looking at him. He's going to try to spare this one up. And he needs one pretty soon. Hey,
He's got it. Well,
he's not
sort
giving up.
Yeah, that sort of reverses the pressure a little bit on Mike Steinert, although one ball, he can certainly turn that around again.
Yes, especially if he throws that one right here. Double put him in a nice little spot to be. Oh, the ball was there too.
Well, I have one more ball to count on his strike. Trying to finish up the 8th frame here as we still got 2 more big matches to go today. Roy Cochefski Jr.
Hey, he took that kick, took care of that thing.
His bowler is standing by to take on the winner in this match. And Wes Hamner of Richmond, Virginia, waiting as the 6th seed for the winner of the next match. Winner of this show will advance against the winner of last week's show, Dave Mulvey of North Attleboro, Massachusetts, who was sitting and watching. Oof.
Oh, right through the middle.
That'll make things a little tighter.
Oh, almost made it.
Mike's not wasting any time today.
I think he gets disappointed when he throws a ball out there and he thinks he's got a nice ball and doesn't want to think about it anymore. Just pick it up and get rid of the box.
131 after 9 for Mike Steinert. Bob Prando steps in. Bob could certainly use a strike to follow up the spare in the 8th.
He needs something real quick. Yeah.
Make things a little tighter here, but he needs a couple of marks. There's nothing worse than trying to get a mark when you need one.
Yes,
Very
well,
elusive.
We saw him squeeze one a couple of boxes ago. He went 2 off the side. You got that one out there.
Yeah,
Nice ball.
Well, that's what he needed, and he's got 111 now. He closes the gap. There's a
ball
one
game
yep.
here if he throws a double now. Nice extension on that ball.
Crosses over the 1-2 pocket, and down they go. Well, let's set the situation for you. We enter the 10th frame. After 9 complete, it's 131 for Steinert, 121 plus 2 balls for Bob Prando. Well, that's what he needed on top of that spare. He needed a strike.
That's
and
right.
now he's right back in it.
Now he's hoping for a break.
Yeah,
if not a double, just a break.
Depending on what happens here, he's going to put the pressure on Mike Steinert in his half of the 10th.
Off the side a little bit, but he can make this. This can be easily converted.
Yep, still counting. Still looking for the mark. He's got it.
Nice shot.
Get 141 plus. So Mike Steinert is on a mark himself now. Stays behind the line and delivers.
Yes, so it's just 7, 8, or 9. What he's shooting for right now. Below the 10 wouldn't be bad either.
Well, it's not complete, but to this point, it's quite a comeback.
These ball racks are nice by the Mendes Corporation. They come in awful handy in a 5-man league or 4-man league where each bowler has his own set of bowling balls.
Yeah, they're pretty wide and spacious. I think they hold
I
up to
believe they
35
hold
balls or 33
35,
balls,
yeah.
something like that.
It's almost double what the old ones.
Nice, got the air coming out there for a popping flyer.
Oh,
And there's 7.
So Mike's got a little bit of work ahead of him now.
My calculations are right. 148 for Bob
148 is
Prando.
correct.
So Mike Steinert needs a mark.
With 8 on it to win.
And 8 to win, 7 to tie.
He's going to take a little bit of time on this ball, I think.
Bob Prando's got the crowd buzzing. Oh, he really
Get that one out.
Watch out. He wanted to put a little more on that.
He
We've
almost
seen
threw
Mike
that
on,
one through the back.
Yeah, we've seen Mike on TV before. When he puts that little extra on it, it seems like he always pushes through the middle. Usually when he lays the ball down 10, 12 feet out in front of him like he does normally, it usually works to his advantage.
He was all over that pin.
Well,
we got 7 to tie, 8 to win.
Comes down to this one ball. We've had nothing but exciting matches.
That's for sure. Last week we had a couple of real nice close ones there.
Yep. So here it is, the match on this ball for Mike Steinert and Bob Prando. Steinert's got it.
Yep. All but the 5-pin on that last ball.
150-148. Mike Steinert wins it over Bob Prando in an exciting one here on Duckpin Magic. We'll have the next match coming up right after this.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with duckpin bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover duckpin bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
To a lot of kids, life is a tough climb. They need help and care every day. And every day, the YWCA is doing everything we can to win the battle for childcare. We're the YW.
They are our national treasures, timeless, priceless, riches that belong to us all. But we have another national treasure that we must not forget. It is our water, the lifeblood of our nation. It is the water we drink, the water for our farms and ranches, the water for our industries, now and for the future. Find out what you can do about conserving our water and improving its quality. We owe it to our children. Call 1-800-THE-SOIL.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with duckpin bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover duckpin bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
Mom, where do forest fires come from?
Match number 2 features Mike Steinert against Roy Cochefski Jr. And Mike Steinert will start us off once again here in our second match of the day. Well, that was quite an exciting finish there. Huh?
Yes.
Bob Prando fell behind, came from behind, got out in front.
That didn't
short
take
work of
long.
that.
That didn't take long at all.
Then Mike Steinert did just that. Came from behind again. Boy, look at this. You can see the snap at the end of that. And boom, down as 10 pins went down as 1. Here's Roy Cochefski Jr. Newington.
Roy answers spin right back with a strike too.
Take that.
Roy was highest seed, but as we saw last week, the highest seed does not always choose to go first. They like to put a little pressure on the other bowler in the last box. Hope it works.
Roy has, at least in that delivery, a little bit of a backup.
Yes, Roy throws he has nice lift on his ball, and it seems he turns the ball back a little bit.
Right into that 1-3 pocket, whereas Mike Steinert has got the big backswing, very powerful ball. Usually goes right through the 1-3 pocket.
Roy has a star. He won I believe, Wamiset.
Yep. 1990.
That was a good tournament. I believe he was high qualifier.
Look
too.
out!
There's a double for Roy.
Well, he'll take it, he says. Yeah. Take another one. You see, he's got that little cut at the end of the release. Takes the 5.
Kicks out the 4 and the 7.
Yep. 5. Mike Steinert right back. A little
off the side a little bit there. Looking at the 1, 2, 4, and 10 here.
I often find that the high qualifier does well in the tournament. Watch out.
He's relaxed, you know.
Obviously, being high qualifier means that they've bowled well for the weekend or are bowling well, and it seems to continue right through.
Mike fills his strike with a 9 and a 10 box.
29 after 2. Well, Roy's on his way to a perfect game. He only needs, what, 10 more strikes?
Yes, and again, we have high single money.
That's right.
For this week, donated by the Mendes Corporation of $100. His 9 drop for Mike. Mike's had that 7 pin up about 4 times.
Drops 9 a lot. As you take a look at Roy Cochefski. 2 of the young stars on the Pro Tour. Both have a win. Mike Steinert's, of course, coming this year. Roy Cochefski's coming in 1990. And here's Roy working on a double. Get a little fortunate with the last one. Let's see if he continues to keep the concentration.
Oh, that was the ball. Yeah, you get the pin to kick one out last box. In this box, the ball was right there. He just couldn't catch the 7 pin.
Boy. Well, they say that the breaks even out in the duckpin game, and Certainly did there.
Sometimes you get more bad than good, but
Seems like it.
there's a spare for Roy. Roy has some pretty good numbers himself up there. He has a 247 high single and a 549 high 3.
It's a heck of a single, 247. See Mike Steinert. Said, geez, so you started with a strike, got a spare.
I was in the lead there after the first ball.
Now I'm trailing. What's going on here? Well, saw a little bit of Mike's character in that last match as he had to put things together to win it from behind.
Roy drops 8 on that spare. He's got the 3-8 to convert for a spare. His dad works at, I don't know if he works, so he's proprietor of T-Bowl in Newington, Connecticut. Roy gets a lot of time to practice in there.
One of the 3 owners, and Roy has been working in another bowling center that they operate as well in Cheshire, Connecticut.
Gave that a good try.
So he's got the 3rd ball to try to come up with the 10 box here in the 4th, and he's got it.
Well, Mike's got a little bit of work ahead of him here. He's going to try to fill this spare up with something and hopefully have another break.
Well, at any time, he's liable to rip off 5 or 6 strikes in a row. Same thing with Roy, but nope, he was hoping to catch that one a little bit. So he drops 9 on the spare, 48 after 3. Another mark on the board in this frame, and things will really tighten up.
He's all over those one-pinners today.
Yeah, he really is. I'll tell you, that 632 series, first 2 games were enough for most people for 3, right?
Yes.
227, 225. So it's at 452 for 2.
Oh, right through the middle. 3 fell on his spare. He's down 16 pins after 4 boxes. Oh, he let that one get away. He's got a little bit of work to clear some of this wood up. He does a nice job of getting an 8 box out of that.
Yeah. I think he'd like to have that 2nd ball back again.
Yeah. Well, this one, he didn't take his time on that one. He didn't have to on the other ones, but that ball just got away from him.
Right, Cochefski with about a 16-pin advantage here.
Roy has a very deliberate approach. You know, it's the same every ball. He doesn't rush. He just takes his time. He has a nice lift. Unfortunately, he didn't have a break this box.
Try to clean up the 5-pin here as we have hit the halfway mark in the match. With that pin, an 87-69 lead for Roy Cochefski. Winner here will move on and face Wes Hamner of Richmond, Virginia in the next match. As we continue to climb up the ladder, we had 13 finalists out of a field of 122 bowlers. We've eliminated 3. Actually 4 bowlers, so we're down to 9. There's
a strike for Roy.
Now this
He's
is
not
a time
making it easy for Mike.
Time of the match where things get interesting, and there you see the form, and he came in that time on the 1-2 side. 1-2 pocket gets the strike.
Mike comes right back with one.
That was a powerful ball by
Wasn't
Mike
much
Steinert.
doubt about that one. Didn't have to wait for any pins to
look good leaving
kick
his
over.
hand there. Yep. As we take a look, you can see they went down in a hurry. So after the strike, Mike Steinert will move over, bowl the 7th frame on lane 7, trying to make it a double.
Another nice ball there. Left the 5-9. Try to convert this for a 10 fill on the strike. And he does.
Well, he's been sharp on the
On those spares, he has been
Very
real,
sharp.
other than the first box. The first game, I believe he missed the 7-pin.
Yep.
He hasn't missed one yet.
Well, that's a lot of pressure all of a sudden on Roy Cochefski. Mike Steinert shows signs of awakening. He pushes through the middle.
Pushes right to the middle.
6. It's another ball to fill the strike on. This is where we start to get into the interesting part of the match, as we've got just 3 frames left.
Oh, that would hurt. 6 fell on the strike. It's a 14-pin lead. He's going to try to clear up some wood here. An 8 box.
So 111 to 99 plus for Roy Cochefski. Big Phil, Mike Steinert can really close the gap. In addition to winning and trying to move on and climb the ladder, the $100 high single award.
Oh, geez. Got a little bit of break there. He got a little bit depressed on the first ball when he let go of it, but the end result, not too upset with it.
Then he had the nerve to wait to see if that pin was going to get knocked down. I would have hit the return and get out of town.
And he hits the 9 pin for the spare.
Well, he took advantage of it.
That's a big spare too, because Mike has to get a big fill on his spare. It's getting down towards the end of the box, the end of the game. We have another close game here.
Yeah, last time out on the 6th frame on this lane, Mike crushed a strike. See what he does this time around in the 8th.
A little heavy on that.
Yeah, 7 count.
Left at 3, 6, 10.
5-pin match, but Roy Cochefski already has his spare in the 8th.
Oh.
Whoa, he got it.
Got it. He should have had it going down.
Yeah, I thought he hit it solid the first time around. And well, now things are really interesting. Both bowlers have made their marks in the 8th. It's a 5-pin match as we head into the 9th and 10th. Here's a look at Roy Cochefski.
Concentration.
There's a picture of concentration. Eyes never leave the pins. Whoa.
Yeah, a little bit like Roy's block.
And that's a count on a mark, too. So that's big for Mike Steinert.
He's all over that single.
I'll tell you, in the past, we've seen Mike Steinert in situations like that in a match where he slid it by left or right in a crucial one-pinner.
Not today.
The last month or so, doesn't seem like that's been happening. So here's Roy Cochefski. He's got his work cut out for him, working on the mark in the 8th.
Oh, laid that ball down 2 off the side. Puts Mike in the lead now by 2 pins.
Dramatic turnaround on that one ball. Wow, look at that.
Cleared that up very nice.
He's probably saying to himself, I should have done that on the first ball, right?
That would have been a nice ball for a strike.
See the way he lays it down. It's coming in. Perfect. Well, back to just about all even here.
That's it. Mike has a 2-pin lead. They each have a box to go. They're on a hit.
Oh, jeez.
Lucky roll of a pin there to catch the strike.
Wow.
Here's a look at it now. He hits the same pocket he hit for the spare. Catches a couple of pins bouncing back and forth.
Got the good action down there in the pits. We haven't had exceptionally high scoring here in the first 2 weeks of action in the Pro Tour event, but they certainly can't get any closer in most of the
That's
cases.
for sure.
Two-pin decision. The last match gave Mike Steinert the win as a come-from-behind victory. Dave Mulvey won it come-from-behind last week by a two-pin victory. Counts 8 more.
He's got one more ball here. He's going to try to clear up these two. That could give him a good shot for the high single of the week. Yeah, he
picks
cuts
one.
off one.
Yep. 162. Nice game by Roy Cochefski, and now Mike Steinert steps in.
Mike needs to do a little bit of work here.
Well, he needs a mark, right?
Yes, he needs a mark here.
Yep. Like to get it all done with one ball.
And it's out there.
Oof.
Oh, well, as we've seen, Mike hasn't missed yet. So he should, if he holds true to form, he's going to climb all over this one.
And then he'll need 9 more.
Yeah, right in the face.
Well, here's what it stands like. 162, 154 plus this ball. 8 to tie, 9 to win.
Oh,
got it.
Just gets it. A little bit of
Mike
excitement there
Steinert.
by Mike.
Boy, the 5-pin stayed with the 7 and then finally dropped, and that 1 pin gives him the win. 163, 162.
What
and
a
a great match and a great finish here at Johnston, Rhode Island. We'll be back right after this.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with duckpin bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover duckpin bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
To a lot of kids, life is a tough climb. They need help and care every day. And every day, the YWCA is doing everything we can to win the battle for childcare. We're the YW.
They are our national treasures, timeless, priceless, riches that belong to us all. But we have another national treasure that we must not forget. It is our water, the lifeblood of our nation. It is the water we drink, the water for our farms and ranches, the water for our industries, now and for the future. Find out what you can do about conserving our water and improving its quality. We owe it to our children. Call 1-800-THE-SOIL.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with duckpin bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover duckpin bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
Mom, where do forest fires come from?
Mike Seller with Rich Hicks back here at Town Hall Lanes in Johnston, Rhode Island. Wes Hamner and Mike Steinert get set to face it off. Wes Hamner out of Richmond, Virginia, number 6 seed, and of course Mike Steinert. 2 breathtaking finishes in the last 2 matches. Coming from behind on the last ball to win it. And Wes starts off
right out of the gate.
Wes
Best way to start.
Yeah, set himself a pretty good month of bowling or so as we take a look. Everything's in common though. Everybody lets the ball go down real low. It's down low, gets the lift, and there he gets the drop of the 7-pin. Well, why don't we just jump to the 10th frame and see what Mike can do there, right?
Oh, right through the middle.
Haven't seen that too much from Mike. Wes was the 7th overall highest finisher with a 12:31 qualifying score. It's equivalent to like a 154 average. All at once. All in one 4-hour block. Mike's letting get away a little bit in the first 2 minutes.
Rushing a little bit, I believe.
I think the adrenaline's probably still pumping.
Oh, checks it there.
All right. Now here comes Wes to step back in. Got a very fortunate bounce off the left sidewall.
Hoping for the double, but it didn't go. He's got the 3-6 standing. Try to convert for a spare.
Some numbers on Wes. High game 235, high series 589.
Yep. Wes has 2 boys. He called them to say he was going to be on TV, and they were disappointed that they had to stay home this week. They wanted to make him a sign and everything. Almost cut that pin off.
Yeah, got it enough.
Caught just enough of it.
Well, we've already shaped up to be another interesting match here. Looking back, we've had a 1-pin finish, 2 2-pin finishes, a 4-pin finish. We've got this match and 2 more weeks to go.
Can't ask for much better bowling. Well, 2 pins on the other side this time.
Winner of this match will advance to face off against Dave Mulvey of North Attleboro, Massachusetts. If you were watching Duckpin Magic last week, you saw Dave win 3 matches to advance. Right on it.
Right on him.
There's Mike Steinert stepping back in. Some of the other people that we'll be seeing next week include Mike Trepanier of North Haven, Connecticut, and Mark Hamilton of Lowell, Massachusetts. They'll be joined by the winner of this match and the winner of last week's show, Dave Mulvey.
Well, 6 fill on Mike Spare. He has the 3, 5, 9, and 10 to try to convert. Oh, almost left the 5
pin. A nice try, yeah.
Pin going back and forth, just didn't kick it out. He hits it for the 10. Mike's trailing 13 pins, and Wes has an extra ball to count, so he's got to get a mark here.
Well, the last couple of matches, he stayed close and sort of jumped on him in the 9th and 10th frame.
Hey,
like that.
Didn't take long to get that one down. Mike doesn't. I don't imagine Mike gets too many cheap strikes. He puts the ball out where it has to be, and they jump.
That time he was in the 1-2 pocket. That makes a big difference in your game when you have 2 pockets you can shoot at on both sides there. Widens your strike zone.
That's the one you don't want to hit too often. 1-5 on a spare.
It looks to clean up a little bit of the pins here. It'll tighten things up considerably, though.
Yes, it did. Anytime you do 2 on a spare like that, it's depressing, but it's uplifting for your opponent, especially after he just threw a ball like Mike Steinert did.
So 58 after 4 for Wes. It's actually when you get a two count like that on a spare, it's almost like giving the mark back.
Yes. 1-5, where it's not that easy to convert. Like we saw, Roy went 2 off the side and picked it for a spare. Oh, another ball right through the middle.
It's probably as close to being a good shot as it is a bad shot.
Bad shot,
hit
right.
The pin that you want to hit, just a little too much. Can't be as good as that.
Look to tie up 2 more here for a 9 box. Hope Mike doesn't throw the double. And 9 for Wes.
67 after 5, and Mike Steinert steps in. Make sure this one's got a good grip to it.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit more time here.
I think he
This is a
realizes
big
a
ball
double
for Mike.
is going to
Yes.
change things in a hurry.
Nope, just didn't get it out in front of him enough. Wow, this shot is makeable here.
Looks like he tried to aim that one a little bit more than the others.
Definitely wants to get some extra wood here. Close that gap a little bit. Oh, nice
Almost,
try, Mike.
yep. They'll count 9 on the mark and close the gap to 4 pins.
10 in the box.
Actually, 3 pins.
3 pins now.
67-64 after 5 complete. Once again, we've got over $12,000 in prize monies at stake. $2,200 plus a Pro Tour title to the bowler's credit, who comes with the championship. Boy.
That one didn't take long either.
Well, he was favoring the right-hand side. Now all of a sudden the last 2 strikes have come left-hand side, just like that.
1-2 pocket again there.
So Wes Hamner steps in, looking to reverse the fortunes here. Well, he's got an opportunity to convert on the 4-7. Got it.
Makes that nice.
That was important for Wes. He had a couple of bad frames in the 4th and 5th. Ripped 2 on the spare, and then just didn't get the ball to go where he wanted it to in the 5th. And so to come back and pick up the mark.
He was just a little off. That's all this game takes, is a little bit.
Now he did it again.
There he is again. Hit a 4 count on his spare.
Wow. Just did miss that.
Well, he shot at it a few times this game.
So a 90 after 7 for Wes Hamner. And here's Mike Steinert once again in that situation where he can string some put a double up, string some strikes together, and take command here.
Same thing, just didn't get the ball out.
Yeah, he did.
And he knows it too. He's made a little comment up there, get the ball out.
Just missed that. He wasn't happy though. He wanted to hit at least 1 pin to count on the strike.
Now we're deadlocked. 90 apiece after 7.
Geez. Why don't we just start in the 9th frame as 0-0 and
Another
see
close
who
game.
comes up. It's been like this throughout the tournament.
Mike wants to stay on that lane.
Yeah.
3 strikes in a row on that lane.
Once again, they all look pretty similar. You see the reach way back, the extension. This time he's on the 1-3 side, drops it home. The last 2 were on the 1-2 side, so you can see the importance of having that wide pocket, the 2 different pockets for strikes.
Mike looks like he's reaching back into the crowd for a little help when he rears up. Wes just comes back nice and easy.
What's going to be an important factor, I think, is that Mike Steinert will finish up on the left-hand side on lane 7, where he has thrown 3 strikes. So we'll see if that has any factor coming down the stretch. I'm sure Wes would like to put a mark up on the board here.
Oh,
Picked it
off. Wes has put the ball pretty much where he wanted to this game. It's just that little bit off.
So we're all even, although Mike Steinert will be counting on a mark in the 8th. And Wes will finish last, so I would think it's important for him to put a mark up on the board.
He's going to need one here to have a shot at it. Especially the way Mike's been throwing the ball. You know, there's a nice ball by Wes.
He's going to remember that 7-pin he left standing on the 2-pin spare attempt. There, as you see, gets the good lift, a lot of rotation, a lot of results.
The best kind.
Now let's see if Mike Steinert remembers to throw the ball out on this lane. Remember the last couple of frames, he's let it go a little early.
Got that one out and right through the middle again. Well, this game's not over yet. Oh,
look at that.
He almost made that.
Picks up 4 more on the count. 119 in the 8th, and I believe 129, right? No, 119. Yeah, 109, 119. Okay.
There you go.
Couldn't read my own writing there. Okay.
Well, here's his strike lane. See if he comes through again. A little light. He's got 4 left to try to wrap up for a spare. This is a big spare too for Mike.
Well, if nothing else, Mike has just won himself an extra $100 for having the high single on the show, because neither bowler is going to get up there at this point.
It's a nice spare for Mike. That $100 high single is donated by Mendes Corporation. They've been bowling suppliers for over 30 years.
Yep. And been in the United States for just a year or so, trying to establish a foothold.
And I believe they're doing it.
I think so.
Ball return is a nice idea that comes along. The masking units look nice themselves. Well, Mike ended with a 135 game, so
Wes needs
a mark of some kind. A spare will do it with a good fill. He'd like to get the double. It makes it a little bit easier to throw that other ball.
This is the position he wanted himself to be in. He chose to finish last. And we'll see what he does with it. Whoa!
He got it. Kicked out that 5-pin there.
Well, we have seen some unbelievable finishes over the last couple of weeks.
That's for sure. All close games. Just going to try to wrap up some pins here. Almost throws a 3-bagger there.
Sure, that's easy then, right?
Yeah, last box is the easiest place.
Let's get one more ball to wrap things up.
Yeah. Hits that 5-pin right in the middle.
149, 135. Wes Hamner will advance to take on Dave Mulvey in next week's first match of the show. We'll hope that you join us, and we hope you join us when we wrap things up from Johnston, Rhode Island, in just a moment.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with Duckpin Bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover Duckpin Bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
To a lot of kids, life is a tough climb. They need help and care every day. And every day, the YWCA is doing everything we can to win the battle for childcare. We're the YW.
They are our national treasures, timeless, priceless, riches that belong to us all. But we have another national treasure that we must not forget. It is our water, the lifeblood of our nation. It is the water we drink, the water for our farms and ranches, the water for our industries, now and for the future. Find out what you can do about conserving our water and improving its quality. We owe it to our children. Call 1-800-THE-SOIL.
It's exciting, it's entertaining, it's challenging, it's fun. It's Duckpin Magic. Duckpin bowling is lots of fun for the whole family. There's no need to be an expert. Duckpin bowling is easy to learn, but it's the challenge that'll keep you coming back. Even little hands can control the ball in duckpin bowling. Join a league or we'll help you start one. And with Duckpin Bowling, there's more bowling for your buck. Discover Duckpin Bowling and you'll discover Duckpin Magic at any of these locations.
Mom, where do forest fires come from?
Welcome back to Johnston, Rhode Island. I'm Mike Steinert. With me, of course, Mike Steinert and Hank Totsky. Hank is representative of our sponsor for this weekend, Mendes USA. And Hank, you have a presentation to make.
I certainly do. It gives me great pleasure, Mike, to give you this check for the high game.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a fine 163 game. Thanks, Mike. We'll have to say goodbye to you, but Wes Hamner will be back, and he'll be bowling against Dave Mulvey when we return next week on Duckpin Magic. See you then.